conversation.
Dr. Vikram Singh, police officers, the police have a sixth sense. You know, you've spent over 4 decades in the police. Given your long experience, what were red flags, and were red flags either ignored or played down initially?
The red flags are there for all of us to see. Number one, see the compatibility of Sachin and Seema. Two, no questions asked, love can be blind. Second, Seema, as per her own confession, is only class 5. But yes, her comfort level with Sindhi, Urdu, English and Hindi are amazing. Then her use and IT skill, interpersonal skills, her level of confidence, her voice, her choice of words is unnatural for a student who has just cleared class 5. Obviously, there has been mentoring, grooming and training. Then it is totally unconvincing for a person of her caliber to sell off the house and take the 4 kids and bring them to India. For whom and for what? For a person who is making 10,000 rupees a month as a palletar. It is just does not add up. Then the use of hotspot, using her IT skills, she had, of course, she was not in the lap of luxury in Sindh, Pakistan too. But yes, here, from the frying pan into the fire, there was nothing so very luxurious for her to make this hazardous journey. And yes, there are things that need to be investigated by the ATS, the use of the hotspot, the breaking of the mobile phones and the SIM cards, procurement of the identity papers at the drop of a hat. These are the things that they will have to investigate. And coming down close to the proximity of the Zevar Airport and the Hindon Air Base also needs to be evaluated, examined, and from the point of view of fieldcraft and tactics.
No, very interesting. Also, who were locals who were helping her? You know, who helped with identity papers? Who were the people who helped? Why were mobile phones and SIM cards destroyed, according to information that's coming out? Ambassador Sajjanhar, there are some who say, had she been a spy, would she have been granted bail so easily by courts of law in India? Here is a woman who sold off everything she owned in Karachi, flew to Dubai, then Kathmandu with her children, and then came to find true love in Uttar Pradesh, in Greater Noida. Are we being cruel and heartless in doubting her, whereas all she's looking for is true love?
No, that might be right, Gaurav, but I think it has to be fully investigated, because I don't think you can take chances with security of a nation, security of a country. And, you know, we have suffered hugely because of the operations from across the border. And so I don't think we can really take it at face value. I think it is right that we investigate it fully, we investigate it completely. Each and every element of her statement, of her movements, of her actions, that needs to be investigated, and we need to fully satisfy ourselves. I think the fact that, you know, she was granted bail, maybe prima facie, that, you know, there might not have been anything against her, and the fact that she is here with 4 children, you know, that was a guarantee that she is not going to flee anywhere by herself. You know,
okay.
They did try to, as you know, that once the lawyer had reported the matter to the police,
yes,
Sachin and, you know, this lady, they did try to flee.
Very
but then they were caught
point.
you know, traveling in a bus.
Very interesting point. If she had nothing to hide, why were they trying to run away? Absolutely. Dr. Vikram Singh, you know, my fear is it's this Seema Ghulam Haider and her 4 children today. It could be any other sleeper cell from GHQ Rawalpindi or ISI Apara tomorrow, using the same Nepal route to come into India. And perhaps they've been using it for a very long time. This reflects very poorly on India's security apparatus, Dr. Vikram Singh.
You're very right, Gauravji. 1,770 kilometer long Indo-Nepal border is very porous, riverine, and also very poorly guarded. In fact, the most poorly guarded international border is Indo-Nepal. And it cuts from Sikkim, West Bengal, right up to Bihar and Uttar Pradesh. But yes, as you said, it is porous and very poorly guarded. And could it be a dry run for future incursions, future such visits and misadventures on part of the Pakistan proxies? This could be a possibility and a dry run to see the strength, opportunities, weaknesses and threats in such journeys. Now to go to the back that why she got the bail because Section 11 of the Indian Foreigners Act, the punishment is less than 7 years. Therefore, the court had no option but to grant bail as per law. Now, everything being in its position, we need to reinforce our borders with Nepal and ensure that there's some form of checking or some kind of monitoring so that such incursions are contained and controlled, because we cannot have this level of attacks and incursions, because this is almost something like a free-for-all, Gauravji.